In this video, we're going to talk about the periodic law and periodic table. So we wanted to know how the periodic table is organized, be able to talk about locations with respect to groups and periods, and then know the locations for different groups such as alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, halogens, and noble gases. So we're just going to jump right in and look at a periodic table and talk about each of these pieces. So here's our periodic table. We have our periods on the left-hand side. So what that means is a period is a row across, right? So this is period number 4, for example. If I go up here, this is period number 2, right? So periods are the horizontal rows. If I look at the top, I have groups. So groups are the columns. So here is group 1. Here's group 2. And notice there are two different ways for numbering groups. We have just the numbers that's 1 through 18 straight across the top, right? It's good for counting, but it doesn't really do much else. Then we also have the Roman numeral numbering system, all right? So starting with 1A, 2A, then we've got B's down here in the middle, and then we jump back up. We have 3, 4, all the way over to 8A. That Roman numeral numbering system with the A's and B's are the ones that are going to be useful. All right, so that's what we want to use whenever we're talking about group number. And you'll see why that's useful a little bit later. Then the other things we needed to know about our periodic table were a couple specific groups. So we wanted to know the alkali metals. So alkali metals are group 1. The alkali earth metals are group 2. The halogens are group 7. And the noble gases are group 8. Right, so again, alkali earth metals, group 1. Alkali metals, group 1. Alkali earth metals, group 2. Halogens, group 7. And noble gases, group 8. So let's use a periodic table and write the complete chemical symbols for each of the following described atoms. So we're going to use what we just learned and what we learned in the previous videos about writing our chemical symbols. So first we need to figure out what element we're dealing with. So letter A says the element that's in period 2 and group 2A. So let's take a look at our periodic table. Let's blow this up a little bit so we can see a little bit better. So we had period 2, group 2. So let's find period 2, group 2. So that is going to be row 2, column 2, and that falls on beryllium. So that means we want to work with beryllium. So we have Be. Let's get a different color here. Be, if we go back and look again, is number 4. So it's atomic number 4, which means there are 4 protons. And it says it has 4 more neutrons than protons. So that means there's 8 neutrons plus the 4 protons gives me a mass of 12. All right, next we are looking at period 5, group 8A. So let's take a look at our periodic table again. So period 5, I got all kinds of things going on here. Period 5, group 8. Period 5, group 8 crosses here, which is xenon, number 54. So we have Xe for xenon, and atomic number is 54. Then it says it has a mass number of 132. So it's telling us our top number. So there is your complete symbol for part B. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can solve parts C and D on your own. All right, here are the answers to the last two. You have oxygen, which with a mass number of 16, atomic number of 18, and then calcium with a mass number of 40 and atomic number of 20.